I do like the steel names still. CLF and X. They are setting up really nicely. Maybe later this week. BNTX. Yeah, that was a potential parabolic short setup today. I totally I totally ignored it. But yeah, that was actually a good setup. Yeah, Tesla is in a big flag. It is. Big flag. What needs more time? AutoZone. Okay, what's the ADR on AutoZone? I mean, you can just zoom back. It's not a trading stock. It's a mean reverting name. Like it you know, it keeps mean reverting all the time. It almost never has good breakouts. It's a very hard stock to trade. That's the issue many times with these low ADR stocks. You shouldn't even have this on your scan. Why do people keep suggesting these extremely low ADR stocks? ORGO, yeah, it had a breakout on Friday. Yeah, it was a decent setup on Friday. Yeah, IGV, yeah. I'm worried about this ARKK. It's not doing really much yet, but if this thing breaks down, this is where a lot of the speculative names are, the growth names. Not good for the market, I think. This thing would break down. Meg, I don't know, it looks too random of stock. KSS bouncing off the 50. Macy's, the department stores are strong again. Oh damn, BNTX, no. I was hoping it would bounce back to $70. I had an order at 70. Like half size. God, man, I'm so bad at trading these parabolics nowadays. I'm so slow. I just don't give a shit anymore. Damn, OCGN is going. Kind of broke out of the high tide flag on the 60-minute. Was a tricky entry, but you know, somewhere here in the high 11s, 12 area. If it had, he'd never put in a tight range day. If it had just put in a tight range day on the daily, I would have been all over this thing because it's kind of low priced, but it's very liquid, incredibly liquid. And now it's going. Is SLV a good setup? On the weekly, yes. Well, I mean, it's in a long range. It's been building higher lows. I think it's a pretty decent setup. On the daily, not so much. But you know, it's in a long big flag. Remember, this is a boomer thingy, so they need more time. Ask David, he knows. HEQ, last time I had a big trade on it was back in, I think, 2019. If I remember correctly, I did trade it, this high tide flag here. Unfortunately, I missed this move last year when it went up almost 150% in a month or less than 2 months. But back then, June, July, there were so many other things going on, so it wasn't like I was missing anything really. Man, I'm gonna buy back into TNA tomorrow if it breaks that 96, high 96 range. It's still holding up. It held this. Now the 20 days starting to sloping higher, and it held it, right? It dipped back to the rising 20, and it's holding and still building higher lows. It feels like it's gonna make a big move. I don't want to miss it. The snap is. I'm super excited about this one. I think it can make a big move if it breaks out. Hopefully tight this for a few more days. This TQQ is flagging, like, incredibly nice flag here. If it breaks out later this week, I'm gonna add to it. I have a pretty decent position, but I'm thinking about maybe doubling up on this thing. It is looking good. Oh man, these fuel cells. Look at how nicely, let's take plug as an example, right? Look at how nicely the 20-day was acting as a support. And now look at how the 20-day is acting as a resistance. You see it? In uptrends, the 10, 20, and the 50-day, they act as a support in uptrends, and in downtrends, they act as resistance. They can't even come up for air. Constant selling. I still wish I had my short, but I don't have that type of patience. Damn, looks like I got this BTX at this annoying late day run yesterday. I had some small short, but I got stopped out of it for tiny loss. Now it's gapping down. Man, if this thing had gapped up instead, it's gapping down, what, 20 bucks almost? If this thing had gapped up 20 bucks, I would have gone, oh man, I would have done insane size on it. Much as I could. Instead, now it's gonna be a tricky one because you don't know if is it gonna fade or rally out of the gate. Could do, you know, it could very easily rally back to 70 or something. I hate when I do that. It's the same thing that happened on IGC. I think it was IGC back in 2017. Yeah. 2018. The same thing. It was an insane parabolic setup. Had a late day rally. And it actually was higher in after hours. And then it kind of faded pre-market. Opened way lower. But it still kind of faded a lot after the open. But obviously it was a much bigger move. This is not really comparable. That move was over 3,000%. This is only, well, was 2,000%. So X, I was thinking about doing it, but wasn't, I don't know. I wanted to tighten up a bit. CLF looks pretty decent. There is this NUE. Actually had a breakout like last week. This one, it's a lower ADR. That's the problem with all of these. My scans don't pick them up. That's the problem. That's what happens when you really, you know, put your mind to something. Don't be a fucking loser and you're all over the place and you don't get good at anything. You know, there's people that are running around doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. You'll never get good at anything. If you really focus on one thing, you can be the, I mean, you don't have to be the best in the world, but if you can like be the best at what you do, in your city or at your company or whatever, man, dude, you're gonna be in such a position of strength. Most people don't master anything. Very few people and it doesn't have to be something professionally, obviously. It can be something, you know, a hobby or whatever. Most people don't really get truly great at anything. They kind of go with the flow. BNTX could be a meaner version shorter. I wasn't really paying attention to this one. Well, the most profitable day trading setup is playing out on BNTX for those of you paid attention. Those of you day trade, you missed BNTX, you should reconsider your, I was gonna say life, but that's not the word. You should reconsider your goals and priorities. This is, guys, you know, I'm seeing a lot of naive people in the chat. Like, people are freaking out. Like, oh, is this a recession coming? No. It just means stocks don't go up all the time. Is there a recession coming? Maybe. Who knows? And that's actually relevant. What you need to pay attention to is how the stock market actually works. Which means you need to study. That's right, you need to study. You don't need to trade, you need to study. And once you get a little bit more understanding how stocks move, how the stock markets behave, then you can start trading. Otherwise, you'll just be another victim. And you can blame it on the coming recession. If there is one coming or not, it doesn't really matter. The point is, you can blame it on whatever. While in reality, it's your own lack of education that's the problem. ETHE, I would prefer it to get more extended. It's not really that extended. Well, or is it? Like, what's Ethereum doing? ETH? Man, no, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't short it here. Maybe for a day trade if you feel like you have an edge, but I mean, ETHE is not really, or sorry, Ethereum is not really extended. Maybe if it goes up another few days. This is momentum. This is literally a choke. Dogecoin is literally a choke, right? A choke trading at 80 billion market cap. And it's the same thing over and over again. It had two high tide flags. It had a flag down here. It broke out of this high tide flag, surfing the 10-day. And now it broke out of this flag, like was it last week? No, it had this big move, orderly pullback, undercut the 20, reclaimed, started building higher lows, got tight. You see the pattern? If you watch my swing trading school videos, you know. I even made a swing trading school for crypto, right? And look at this. This is you learn how to trade momentum. You can profit from these things instead of blindly buying something and, you know, praying it will work out. You set for life. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. Like in the stock market, many times it's the scammiest stocks that make the biggest moves, and I guess it's the true in crypto land too. Like there could be some mean reversion setups in this thing. Maybe next week if it keeps selling down to like 90 or something, 80 even. That would be great. There could be some nice mean reversion setups. Yeah, exactly. Don't overthink things. Like, if you're a day trader, there's usually, you know, things to do. At least near the open. But now we're approaching midday, and if you're a swing trader, I mean, there's nothing here to do. Like, you may as well take the day off, go study, go do something productive. The most important thing is to preserve mental capital. Stay positive, stay healthy, physically and mentally. Let most market participants wear themselves out, and then when it's time, you can come back, you can be aggressive, and you're gonna be in position of strength. That's how you win in the game of trading. You have to do some things differently. Walmart, yes. It looks like shit, and it looks like it has an ADR of 1.1. I don't know why you're even mentioning this thing. ADR 1.1, come on guys. This is where the entry. You wait, you know, when you get something like this extended, you wait for day. In this case it was day 2, but it was kind of a, well, actually wasn't as big of a move as I thought. But you wait for the weakness, right? You don't try to find the top. You wait for the, like, things getting, like, really, you know, speeding up, and then you wait for weakness. Like, I kind of anticipated this first red 5-minute candle. I kind of shorted in the 790s area. Low 8s and 790s. Yeah, in parabolic discounts, yeah, like my stop on this thing was, yeah, about 14-15%. That's true. But you're gonna go for accuracy. Like something like this, a very high win rate. But, and again, it's not like I did some crazy size. And the thing with these is if you get stopped out, you start small, right? First time, I never go like big, like I do like half size or whatever I want to do, I do less than that. And let's see if it had stopped me out, taken out this $9, gone to 11, 12, whatever. Then you look for a new setup, but now the setup is better, so you can do more size. You can risk more and have an even better expectancy. That's how you trade these things. On PRPO, I wanted 400,000 shares. I only got slightly less than 300,000, unfortunately. Today was actually one of the more exciting days in a lot of weeks. One thing I really regret is BNTX, man. That was a big opportunity. That was a multi-million-dollar opportunity that I screwed up. I completely screwed it up. I was even looking at it when it was here in the 210s, 2 teens. A few minutes after open, I was like, nah. Damn. I need to wake up. That's the thing with these kind of parabolic setups. You don't get the 5 stars. They don't come around that often. So many times you kind of, I don't know, you kind of get rusty. You kind of forget how to trade them. Haven't traded a parabolic type of thing in a long time. Well, except for this PRPO now, but and BNTX, but TKAT. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that one. That was a 5-star. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, did I do it? I don't remember. Eyes. Yeah, eyes was another one. I don't remember if I did those or not. You get them now and then. One that I missed was this Alcoa. It had a 5-star breakout. No, not 5-star, 4-star breakout here. Was it 2 weeks ago, I think? Yeah, 2 weeks ago or so. Now it looks like it wants to go to 50 or something.